Jack Watson, and today we're going to be making a living wall. We started off here with some 3/4 inch plywood, pressure treated, as a base or as a backer board for the living wall. That was step one, was cutting it into the required size where it's going to be mounted onto the boat. Step two was the Tyvek. We lined the Tyvek as a sort of vapor barrier and waterproofing and root barrier. Step three was cutting the felt, which is 1 inch felt, soundproofing material, which is salvaged from a dumpster, and fastening it to the 3/4 inch plywood. And as you can see, we made pockets here for the growing medium.
These are possible ways to organize the flowers. I think that the one the guys have chosen is using a big pocket at the bottom to plant the cabbages so that the head will face out and eventually become round and give some texture to the bottom. And then out of these cabbages will grow all the different vines. We chose hardy annuals with different textures and different colors to give the living wall some variety. This is a morning glory, and we have two different types of morning glories that we're going to use. This is a nasturtium, and actually we're going to plant nasturtium seeds because they do best when they're planted directly. Two kinds of cabbages, a Chinese cabbage and a regular green cabbage here. And these are a type of morning glory called a moonflower that blooms at night rather than during the day. When this other morning glory closes up at the end of the day, the moonflower opens up, so you'll have night flowers as well as day flowers. And then there's another type of vine called a cardinal climber that has little red flowers, and this is a sort of a rampant grower and should cover a lot of space.
These two openings here that are vertically oriented are for the climbers that I just described. And on this bottom tier here, we're going to make slits on a horizontal plane for the cabbage to protrude out of. So we're mixing two types of potting soil. This apparently retains moisture a lot better. So this, working in conjunction with the felt that will also retain moisture, should provide enough irrigational properties to the living wall. So we're going to mix them together and pack the bottom tier full.
All these vines were planted by seed, and therefore the expense was minimal, and they'll cover a lot of space. These nasturtiums have to be planted directly into the ground. They don't recommend starting them and then transplanting them. So I'm just tucking nasturtium seeds into the dirt and hoping that they germinate. About 3 seeds per. I'm going to plant them very close here in hopes that they'll droop over and cover here. The living wall is fully planted but not fully grown. The lower cabbages are probably 3/4 to half to 3/4 their full size. When they reach maturity, they'll cover most of that bottom pocket. The vines, this vine is on its way to being fully grown. It was grown by a nursery, but the rest of these were planted by seed, and so they're just seedlings. They will become, the morning glories will become 2 or 3 or 4 feet high, as will the moonflowers and the cardinal flowers, so that you'll have a background of vines growing up here, interspersed with the nasturtiums, which I planted by seeds.